It's come down to crunch time. We're going racing. Yellow lights extinguished. Pace car out in front of the field. Drivers are side by side anticipating the green next time around. Car number 45 gets the start. Bill Curry, the third, the first alternate, moves out onto the speedway as the 27X of Kenny Flanders unable to answer the call. Again, 50 laps to distance is a shootout. Yellow flag comes out. The front two cars running too hard and too much of an advantage, and we will not get a start this time, Bob. Green flag comes out. Look at the gap as some of the drivers caught sleeping. Some of the guys at the back end have a lot of ground to make up early in this event, and there's a lot of heavy hitters right in that particular group, including Dave Sullivan in the 11. 34, the 1, they're all stacking up on the backstretch. Let's see who gets by. Ray Garrett in the 89 and Bobby Colvin in the 43, the two first cars involved. Meanwhile, the leaders out front looking to pedal, get all the advantage they can before the heavy hitters catch up and stop passing them. Ray Garrett down on the inside is Charlie Andre Jr. Car number 37X comes on by lap number 1. Make that lap number 2 as the scoreboard now jumps up yet another notch. Again, the heavy hitters have to work their way through traffic, and Bobby Greene's number 1 appears to be just a little loose. Colvin is out, but he's about to get lapped by the leaders. Back in the middle, staying tightly bunched, boxing up some of the heavy hitters, including Alan Coates, the 22 of Chuck Panaccio, just to mention a few. Everybody trying to pick their way through traffic. Rick Hockenstein in that white number 17 Connecticut. He's a top runner. He's got trouble breaking out right in front as the K4 car goes around. Everybody better pay attention. Let's see who's on the brakes as the K4 car backs it off and everybody stays pointed in the right direction. All right, folks. These guys are getting better. Eric Dunst goes around. Nice piece of driving. Saves the car. And the competitor is able to make it on by. In the meantime, Charlie Andre, car number 37X, continues to set sail. Ron LeBlanc in the 44 car moves in to take the runner-up spot. Then we look back to the 10X car. That's Neil Anderson. He runs third. Fourth is the 71 car, so it changes in a rather hurry. 6 laps shown as complete. Quick pace by these four-bangers. Trouble in turn 4. Yellow flag coming out. A couple of cars getting banged around pretty good. Most of the guys were able to navigate their way through, but not before the caution came out, right where he left off. Then we go to a lap car, then Ron LeBlanc in the 44, Rick Hartenstein in the 17. Hartenstein loses out, he goes high on the marbles. Alan Coates down on the inside takes over the third spot, and here comes Chuck Panaccio with the double deuces. LeBlanc sideways off the fourth turn, regains control. It's a mad dash to the front, folks. This was a long way from being over or settled. The top runners are coming on strong. Charlie Andrade is your leader, but he's got a lot of competition coming his way. Problems up front. Rick Tracy selects the 77 car. The 68 of Jeff Carnes is off the racetrack. That puts Guy and Wade out of the competition for a while. Rick Tracy slowing down. Jeff Carnes to the back. It's a whole new ball game out there. The top runners running out front are catching up, and Dave Sullivan runs into problems with the 11 CT car. More problems in turn 4. Let's see what shakes down. Sullivan to the infield. Everybody gets away. No yellow flag, but a couple of the competitors lost some valuable ground in the meantime. Bobby Greene on his charge to the front. Bruce Thomas catching up with Rick Hartenstein. Tough break for the 97 car. Never really got it bungled, but it cost him some valuable time as he's now at the tail end of the lead lap. up considerably. It would be a blessing for him, not so for the guys running up front. They'd like to see that green flag stay out as long as possible. Looks as though we got problems in turn 2. We believe that's the 67 car, Brandon Clemens. He's got it running once again. The leaders continue to run nose to tail. We could have a challenge for the lead on the next circuit. Alan Coates looking on the inside of Charlie Andre. Ron LeBlanc is there. We've got a car departing with some of its sheet metal on the backstretch. Somebody's in the wall hard. It's the 44 car, Ron LeBlanc. That's going to bring out the caution flag. The front ender's just about to take the green. Whoa, shifting up through the gears, a power shift up front. Charlie Andre running strong this afternoon, putting on quite a performance for himself. Alan Coates running to the inside, looking for the advantage and the lead. Charlie Andre standing tall as Joe Rodriguez goes around with the 3 car. Ariel scramble on the front straightaway, but everybody gets by unscratched. All right, guys, nice piece of driving. Things settling down now, but some of the front runners are up there dicing it out. Alan Coates, your leader with 15 laps completed. Bobby Greene, winner last time out, closing in. Stanley Marion back in the pack with the 77X. He's been strong lately. Robert Coleman is back there with the 43 car. Problems in turn 2, the Y4 car. Down on the apron, appears to be rolling, now fires it up once again. He's under power, heading to the infield as the field rumbles on by. Rodriguez off the speedway on the backstretch, having a tough afternoon. That's normally a very strong car that performs rather well, but not this afternoon. It's not the case. He's been around at least 2 occasions that we're aware of. The car a bit unstable through the turns. Bobby Greene breaks into the runner-up spot, looking to catch Alan Coates. Alan Coates out front with the 61 car, working his way through traffic. Turn 4, look at them all. They shake them up real good. No heavy contact. Everybody is rolling. Let's see the leaders. No, the caution's going to come out. A bunch of cars restarted, but not before the leaders were able to work their way out of the wrecks. Finds you get just as much enjoyment on a Sunday afternoon with these 4-cylinder powered cars. Greene is back out. 97 car failing to get up the racing speed. Looks as though he either missed a gear or just didn't quite get it going. A little bit bulky on the start, cost him dearly. Quick run down the front straightaway. Some of the heavy hitters running pretty well here this afternoon as Mike Fernald in the 08X goes around. I'm sorry, that stands corrected. That's Bud Fraterno going around. Brandon Clemens off with the 67 car. Some of the drivers going back and forth as Curry's number 45 makes a little contact through the turns, rolls it down off the banking. He's down into the infield right in front of the leaders as we stay under green. Curry refires. 77X runs into problems. That's Stan Marion. Curry out of the way, brings it to the infield. Evidently he's got problems. We can see the bumper is dragging. 77X also appears to be heading to the infield. Little paint swapping going on in the back. A real battle going on up front. This one's going to go right down to the checkered flag, folks. Don't go away. All the heavy hitters are right there, breathing fire, looking for the lion's share of the purse. Alan Coates, Bob Ink Greene, Bruce Thomas, Charlie Andre, they're all still up front. Some of the cars running 3 and 4 wide, racing for position. Guy Wade, Rick Hartenstein, Billy Guyette, the 22 of Chuck Benicio, all still in the thick of the hunt. Number 74 slowing on the outside. Bobby Greene, your leader, takes over control. Alan Coates back to 7. Now Bruce Thomas running 3rd, looking to move and improve. Sandwiched in between, but for the most part, most of the heavy hitters are running right one behind the other. Looks as though the K4 car, Eric Dunn's in trouble. Refires, heads back out. Passing flag going out to some of the slower competitors as the leaders come on up on their back bumpers. Your leader, Bobby Greene, car number 1, threading his way through traffic nicely on the backstretch. He's been working hard all afternoon. Dave Sullivan running into problems with the 11 CT. He's on the outside, now pulls it down low. Evidently mechanical problems setting in. About 18 laps to go. Your leader down across the stripe once again. Bobby Greene opening up some daylight, looking for some breathing room. Evidently the little car giving it up. Backs it up out of the way and we stay under Greene. A lot of racing going on up front. This one hasn't been settled by a long shot. Although Bobby Greene is your leader, Alan Coates not far behind, nor is the 34. Bruce Thomas trying desperately to get by the 61 of Alan Coates. Hasn't happened as of yet. Doesn't look as though it's going to happen in the near future. Running second, Bruce Thomas running third, and then in a battle nose to tail for some 20-odd laps. And it doesn't look as though it's going to end as of yet. To go. 10 more times around. increasingly more important, especially for anybody looking to improve their position and standing on the racetrack. Some of the cars get stronger as the race progresses, others lose their handling. But it's coming down to the nitty-gritty. It's almost crunch time in this one. To a precious few laps. Alan Coates continues to battle with Bruce Thomas. In battling for the runner-up spot as Bobby Greene has about all but run away and hit from this field. Super 9 in the 06 heads to the infield. That car is for sale. Just turn the key and go, is what they say. 5 to go, says Billy Roberts from the flag stand. Bobby Greene being told he's only got 5 more times around. Alan Coates still in second. Bruce Thomas is third. After that, I think it's Rick Hartenstein in the 17. Then probably the 77, the 37X, and the 12, the 22. After that, it's anybody's guess, and I don't think anybody's going to be sure after this one. They really shook them up pretty good. Should be coming out next time around for Bobby Greene. Again, we're settling down to just a couple. We're down to 2 as he crosses the stripe this time by. White flag due out next time around. Flag going out to some of the slower cars as the leaders catch up with the rear end of the field once again. Keep in mind, the finish is strictly unofficial. They have to pass the post-race inspections just like the big boys do. Right now it looks as though Bobby Greene is going to be first across the line. Made it 2 in a row if it stands up as Bobby Greene picks up his second 50-lap feature in a row, and he says he'll be back on October the 25th to try to put 3 together. Well, the old man don't look so bad for the effort this afternoon. Bobby Greene, nice run, young man. You came from the back of the pack. You had a lot of heavy hitters there for a long time, but you were up there when it counted, and that's that last lap. How come that car's so fast, Bobby? Any particular secret?
Well, today it's light on gas. I ran out 1 lap to go.
Well, you coasted around. Evidently, that Mustang doesn't take too much in the way of momentum to get him around the 1/3 mile. Alan Coates was out there for a while. Did you ever think you were going to catch him? It looked as though you were just stuck in traffic.
Boy, I'll tell you, no, and his car's real strong off the turn. Tough to beat.
You know, Bruce Thomas, that is. We're thinking about last night already. But Bruce Thomas had a 3rd-place car again. You guys have been running almost nose to tail close to each other all season long. Is the Mustang the hot setup in this particular division?
Absolutely.
How about the Volvo? He won a few. There's been a few General Motors products. We've had the Opel Manta. They don't quite seem to be up to the task anymore. What's the big change around?
Well, let's admit it. There's a lot of luck involved.
A lot of luck there is. How about it, folks? As Bobby Ink Greene picks up his second in a row in a rather fine fashion this afternoon. But it's unofficial. We're going to hang on a minute. He hasn't passed the post-race inspection.